project, and we're starting our third floor. We're putting the posts and beams together. The pour will happen on Monday, and let's look at what the progress we made for the week, because the old house is starting to disappear. What do you think? After a few months now, we're starting to clear out some of the old mess. And these were some pillars that I put up previously with the intention of another design with another contractor who since moved to Mindanao. So while they're quite solid, they have no match for a grinder and a jackhammer. So we had 3 of them to take down. This is the first of the 3 is blocking what will be the driveway or the garage. The whole orientation of the house has been changed by 90 degrees. So this column would have been on the side, but now it's right in the middle. So a good heave-ho by the crew, and after a few attempts, they finally get the thing moving off its axis, and one good tug, and here it comes. No, it's not quite there yet. One more big pull and it'll go. And 1, 2, 3, pull. There we go. Okay, that's 1 down, 2 to go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, here's number 2, grinding this one down. These ones were done with 16 millimeter rebar, and we're doing it now with 20. So our columns are quite stronger than the previous set, but it's a different load. This one we're putting up is going to be a lot heavier. Now you got to watch out, or else it could pinch you. Fortunately, nobody got hurt, and precautions were made, safety glasses, etc. Now we wait 15 days for the concrete to set up before we start prying and wiggling and taking stuff off. The forms are of course wrapped around some of the pipes and conduit. We have to take care that we don't damage that on the way. So we're back to our new mixer, and the guys are getting ready to do the garage floor. Finished off the edge to where the kitchen was. There'll be cabinets put up over on the left there. And it's the rebar sticking out. That'll be concrete support for the counter. That'll go in there, and that's the door entrance way, 36-inch wide. So you can bring your groceries in and set them on the table. You see a blue hose in the background there. That's going to be cemented over. That's the domestic water line running into the house. And these guys come in with their buckets 2 at a time, back and forth, back and forth. The guys, they set up a nylon string fishing line that they lay across level as a guideline, back and forth and corner to corner, and then they trowel up to that. And this is the rough coat. There'll be tile or something else put on top of that later on, but we just want to get that cleared out so we can have our supplies in the dry now. So that's the garage wall, and it's going to have an aquarium in the side of it. That's going to be a result of we'll put a double wall between the house and the actual garage for extra security, and it'll also support the fish tank. But You'll see that in a second. Right now they're just finishing off. That's the foreman there, chipping right in. It's interesting. Yeah, they're all pull their weight. Nobody's standing around looking. And here's, you can see the string over the top of the surface getting laid up. He's giving a little pluck to make sure it's lined up. And just finish it off there. So when hiring guys here, they cost around 450 to 500 pesos a day. Well worth the money. And I got a crew of 12. Some of the senior guys are teaching the younger guys who have never seen some of these tools before. So it's quite gratifying to see the younger guys pick up a trade, something that you don't see much in the West anymore. And there's a housing boom about to take off here in the Philippines, like it did in the 60s in Canada and America, simply because they've got all the right dynamics: a growing economy, a young, energetic workforce that's educated, and the middle class is rising. So while these guys may be the last of their families to be working on the trowel as others move on to other things, we had one fellow who pulled a hernia in lifting the bags here and was concerned about him, but it turned out he found another job, a desk job, where he can use his brains. So here's the pileup of all the Boco lumber and forms and stuff that we pulled out of the second floor. There's the old roof, parts of the roof stacked up. As we work our way in here, you can see it's piled up. We're fortunate to have that side a lot right now. And we're going to take out that old pond and these columns. And this is the old interlocking brick that we're going to use for the driveway on the other side. That's the living room window, looking clear across the front of the building and inside. You can see the kitchen in the back corner, and then in the foreground would be the living room. So, what else we got here? That's the garage poured and set, and my cupboards are a little bit too big, but we'll get them laid up under the wall. And you can see here is the entrance to the kitchen area. Stove will be right facing us, and then the stairwell up to the right there. That'll all be redone. That wall is going to be torn down, and they're looking back into the living room area, and that'll be the front entrance. So that's a 360 for you. Now we'll head up to the stairs. These are the old ones. They're going to be coming out, but we'll put the new ones in the same spot. And it'll sweep around here. And on the upper floor, you'll notice right off the bat, there's scaffolding everywhere. That's set to put out the floor panels after we finished pouring the beams. And you can see they've got some planks set across for those panels. And the black forms there, those are for the beams that'll be poured Monday. We're all set and ready to go. And this is the last remaining part of the old house here. We'll leave that in play. It helps support some of the form work. We just punch holes through it and use that as a support until the new beams are ready. So heading back downstairs is the kitchen and the garage again off to the side, a carport garage, depending whether we put a door on it or not. And that's the front entranceway. Coming around, that's where the aquarium will be right there. So as we come around to the garage area, you'll see at the end of the slab there, that's where we'll start putting those interlocking bricks that we had earlier. They'll be put up in there. Now, here's the mess around the outside of the forms that are ready to be poured tomorrow morning. We'll go to a smaller gauge for the upper floor. That's the rebar up there. That'll just be for holding the glass panels We'll be putting in glass railing around there. And all this will be hauled off to the dump. That's all extra soil excavation. They've still got to do the sunken kitchen, or the sunken living room, excuse me. So that's still coming. Hopefully you enjoyed all this. We enjoy showing you the progress as it comes along. If you did, don't forget to, as my son likes to say,
please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.